What up, what up, what up? This is your boy, the seer, Mike, the philosopher. I am accompanied by the always esteemed panel, Black Mellow and Kamal Aristo, Ski in Black, also known as Ski in Black. So today's topic is about the Kyle Rittenhouse case. Okay, we probably will brush up on Ahmaud Arbrey, and we'll also brush up on Julius Jones. The topic for today, y'all, is I just got a report, right? And from what I see, the judge proceeding over the Kyle Rittenhouse murder trial in Kenosha on Monday dismissed one count of possession of a dangerous weapon by a person under 18. The misdemeanor charge, which carries a penalty of up to 9 months in jail, was considered among the counts for which Rittenhouse was most likely to be convicted. Rittenhouse, 17 years old, when he carried the AR-style semi-automatic on the street of Kenosha during a turbulent protest against racial injustice in the summer of 2020, and used it to kill 2 people and injured one other. Because Wisconsin law does not prohibit the sale of firearms to anyone under the age of 18, Rittenhouse had paid an older friend to purchase the gun for him. What are y'all thoughts about that so far? The judge pretty much just dropped the charges for an illegal firearm. What do you think's on that, Black? What are your thoughts on that?
Of course, I'm going to do what it's set up to do. It protects the guilty, and it convicts and condemns the innocent, in my humble opinion. So it's not going to be a shock or surprise to me that they're looking out for their own. He appeals to their caucasity in the best way possible. So he's not to be looked at even with an AR in his hand, because he's a good actor. He got on stage and he performed like doggone.
You mean you wasn't buying the tears, man? Or
I
the
was
crying?
not buying the tears, not for a hot second. That dude.
Did he even drop a tear?
That dude, no, he did.
I seen a lot of convulsing and fake crying, but I didn't see a tear.
Yeah, now listen. The elephant, or not even an elephant, but in the room, his mother drove him there. His mother drove him across state lines, entering into new jurisdiction, breaking new laws. Right. So my question is, okay, he's 17, you got all this sympathy for him. Now, it's my understanding, yeah, you got the right to bear arms, but when you have a motive to kill, or a premeditation to where you have a deadly weapon, an intent attached to that deadly weapon, and then you cross state lines looking for trouble, pretty much. That's how I see dude. That's how he was moving. He's a kid though, so you could argue that up and down. But his mother though, she's supposed to be a grown woman, right?
She's supposed to be.
Now she drove him across state lines.
You know, he's from Antioch, Illinois, in case people was wondering. He's from Antioch, Illinois. Had to drive to Wisconsin, Kenosha, Wisconsin, just to participate in this protest. Now let me give a background on the protest. The protest was due to a young gentleman, African-American man named Jacob Blake, okay? Jacob Blake had a knife in his hand. And the cops decided he was too dangerous, So they shot him, I believe, 7 times, paralyzing him. People in Kenosha was outraged. The BLM community came out in protest of this white cop shooting this black man so many times just because he had a knife in his hand. And they shot him in the back, okay? Which is a popular thing, you know. And, you know, look, you know, if it didn't happen so much, I wouldn't be, you know, be like this. But it's getting to a point where it is beyond ridiculous, and it's been that way. All right. Now, I'd like to see some of the commenters on this video try and justify Jacob Blake getting shot 7 times. Meanwhile, Kyle Rittenhouse killed 2 people. Okay? He killed 2 people and he injured another person. Now, all of these were white men that he hurt. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter about the race. My point is, Kyle Rittenhouse, he didn't even get arrested that day. They didn't even come arrest him until the next day. So you got one guy with a knife, he gets 7 in his back. And then you got another guy who killed 2 people, and they decide to pick him up the next day. If y'all think the justice system is fair and just, you're absolutely wrong. Go ahead, Black.
No, his mother should be arrested. I think if he's technically being looked at as a minor and they gone easy on him and all that, okay. I mean, it's well within their wheelhouse to do whatever they want within their, you know, body of legislation or whatever. You can do what you want in your court. You know, it's all magic anyway. Magistrate ain't nothing but a wizard or a magician.
Right. It's just a
he's
rearrangement of words.
He's not practicing no law. He's supposed to be interpreting law, but it's up to his interpretation. But that's another topic. Bottom line is his mother should be on trial too, because, you know, anybody else's mother had aided and abetted in a criminal act.
Exactly.
And she would have been brought up on charges as well. I'm puzzled as to why nobody thought about that aspect. They see her fake tears the same way they see his fake tears, and they just can't bring themselves to say, wait a minute, that's criminal what you did. She committed a criminal act. But because she committed a criminal act with the suit of protection on, because that's what I believe is happening, she has the complexion for the protection.
Right.
So because of that, it's not even brought up. And not only is it not brought up, but it's the charges he should be charged for is even going to be dropped. So there was nothing criminal about nothing that went on so far. And if he do some time, it'll be a slap on the wrist type situation,
right?
In my opinion, but I don't know everything. It's just what it looked like it's lining up to be. That's why they deployed 500 troops right now to Wisconsin.
Yeah,
because they're expecting
it to go down. Definitely. Hey, Ski, let me ask you this, man. I mean, this is just a hypothetical question. Just give me your opinion, right? If that young man was black, do you think that the gun charges would have been dropped by the judge?
Well, I'm not sure. I'm just not sure about it. You know, I got my opinion about these court cases anyhow, you know, and it don't got nothing to do with the, you know, the gun, you know, who the
like the
color of the person, you know, the race, yeah. It don't got nothing to do with none of that, you know. At the end of the just
well, the judge said that, and I guess the defense was saying this, is that because it was it wasn't a short barrel.
There we go.
See,
Wasn't short enough.
Yeah, it wasn't short enough. So what they said, it was a hunting rifle, which I think he have a license for a hunting rifle. So they kind of found a loophole in technicality.
I mean, yeah, that's he dropped the gun charge, but yeah, he still killed 2 people. That's what he's still being charged for. So the gun charge is nothing,
Well,
they can't defend themselves, they can't get on the stand and testify, start crying and stuff. They can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, this ain't even about, him and his gun and that boy, the other case in Georgia, what's going on there, that show with all of the leaders, black leaders there and things.
Ahmaud Arbrey.
Yeah, that's for the
Ahmaud Arbrey,
Yeah, they didn't want Jesse in there. They didn't want Reverend Al in there.
Yeah, apparently the defense said that they did not want any black. And this is his words. We don't want any black. I ain't gonna quote him, but verbatim, he was saying, "We don't want any black leaders in the courtroom because they are intimidating." So,
and that's all I was saying. Like, ain't nobody should be in the courtroom at the end of the day. Who cares? That ain't the real news anyway about what's going on with that boy and them the KKK down there that killed Ahmaud Arbrey. Yeah, we
right.
Citizens arrest. We're gonna citizens arrest. We're coming with hunting guns to make a citizen's arrest. What you got?
Right.
Ain't got nothing on the person.
Yeah, and the judge and the defense said about Reverend Al. He said it's like having men in white clothes and white sheets sitting in the audience, trying to say it's like KKK members sitting in the audience. That's what he was referring to. Yeah, to have these black leaders sitting here, and he don't want no more black leaders in the courtroom. And here's the thing: I got to give it up to the Ahmaud Arbrey judge. Okay.
Yeah, he represented.
Now the Kyle Rittenhouse judge, he on some BS. Okay. He's in my opinion, he clearly is let's just say he's trying his best, in my opinion, to get this young boy off. But as far as the one in the Ahmaud Arbrey, he not falling for the banana in the tailpipe. He not falling for the banana in the tailpipe. We got Mike Dub in the house, and the topic, man, is there he is, and we talking about the Ahmaud Arbrey, Kyle Rittenhouse, and Julius Jones situations. All right, and he's not allowing. I think you up a little loud, Mike, on the TV or something. But he was saying that, I don't see no problem with having the Reverend Al Sharpton in the courtroom. He said that, it's a public place. He can come in just like anybody else, and he's not intimidating. He's not causing any issues, any problems or anything like that. So why should I start banning black people from coming into the courtroom? And that was commendable by that judge in the Ahmaud Arbrey case. But you got this Kyle Rittenhouse judge, man, who's, in my opinion, trying his best to try to get him off. He already dropped the gun charges, and it was clearly illegal.
It's not even up to that heathen. He got a jury, remember? So we don't care about what the judge talking about.
Yeah, but if he already dropped the charges,
And then, like I said, them charges don't mean nothing. He on there for killing 2 people at the end of the day.
Yeah, he's on there for killing 2 people, but now here's the thing though. The 2 people, he could still fight as self-defense. So that means now this one was the charge about the whole the gun charge. That was pretty undisputable. That was pretty much an open and shut case.
It's a misdemeanor though.
Yeah, it was a misdemeanor. And maybe that's probably why they didn't go for it. But I mean, it still would have landed him at least 9 months in jail. I think they said 9 months. But yeah, it's kind of lending to see. I don't know. What do you think about it, Mike?
Yeah, I ain't really tripping on that too much. Like I said, it's a misdemeanor, and the main charges is the homicide charges. So at the end of the day, that's what you want him to get found guilty of, just, being in possession of that rifle. Yeah, he was in possession of it. I think their argument was that even though he obviously wasn't hunting at the time, but right, they can be in possession of, hunting rifles, at that age. But that wasn't the time or place for that shit.
Right, exactly. That wasn't the time. Now the prosecutor said in one of his closing arguments, he said that Rittenhouse provoked the bloodshed in Kenosha by bringing the gun there. That's what the prosecutor's argument is. If he don't bring it, he don't have to worry about being protected. He won't have nobody coming after him, and he could have avoided the whole situation.
It shouldn't have been there in the first place.
He's from Illinois. He's not even from Wisconsin. What is that? The name of that place? Anahuac or something like that. Antioch, Illinois. What is your 17-year-old self with an AK-47 doing in Wisconsin? Now, from what I understand, he was trying to be a police cadet. Did y'all know that? He was trying to be some kind of a cadet or whatever, and he, called himself trying to control the crowd.
Man, he in an entirely different state, dude. What the fuck?
Exactly. Now, what I asked them, Mike, is go ahead, Black. Go ahead.
Ended against I don't know a whole bunch about a whole bunch, right? I ain't no genius at all when it comes to like all the laws and all that. Most I did was went to Job Corps with a loaded 38, and I crossed several state lines, and the sheriff told me he could give me a year for each bullet that I had in the clip. Only reason he didn't was because the bullet was partially jammed in and out of the chamber. He said that's the only reason he didn't.
For each bullet?
Each bullet, 1 year, he said he could get. That's what he told me.
What state was he in, Black?
No, this is Indiana.
Okay.
This is Indiana.
Who told you that?
Told me. Huh?
Who told you that?
That was the sheriff of the job court that I went to. He was like, you got a semi-loaded weapon. You came all the way from Wisconsin. You crossed several states to get here. You could get a year.
It's only one state that you crossed. It was Illinois.
Right.
Illinois and Indiana.
It's Indiana, yeah.
So it's Wisconsin, Illinois, Indiana. Whatever it was, he was just like, it's what it is.
Yeah. Just showing his power. Being racist, showing his power. That's all, because he can't give you no time. All he is a sheriff.
Yeah, but the sheriffs, well, that's another thing. All I'm saying is, I was in the wrong. And look, I'm in the wrong. I shouldn't even had it. I had no reason to have it. I wasn't living that kind of life. You know what I mean? It was no reason for me to even bring it. You know what I mean? So I got caught with it. I fessed up to it. He told me that. I said, do what you need to do. You know, I was ignorant and young. So he didn't do nothing. It worked out for the best. But all I'm saying is crossing state lines with a loaded weapon, from my understanding, my novice understanding, is an illegal act. And am I wrong about that or what?
Well, it's some truth to it, because when I bought a gun in Illinois. I couldn't leave with it. I had to have it shipped here. So that is a law.
Now, why? Why did you have to have it shipped? Why couldn't you
have
travel
ammunition with it?
Because I wasn't an Illinois resident. So in order to walk out of there, I had to be an Illinois resident. They wouldn't let me. I couldn't bring it into Wisconsin.
So if you would have brought it to Wisconsin, what would that have looked like legally?
It would have been on them, because they can't sell they can sell a gun, but they can't allow anybody to cross the state line with it.
So what I'm saying is, if you would have traveled state lines with it, that's what I'm saying. For whatever reason, if you would have got your hands on the gun and you decided to travel with it, what would that have looked like legally?
I guess he's saying even if you was an Illinois, citizen, like a resident, and you traveled to Wisconsin, say for instance.
Where do you have it at? Do I have it in the trunk? Long as I have it in the trunk, then I think you still be all right.
Loaded?
You got it. If you can't access it, do it. Even if it's loaded, if it's in the trunk, you fine.
But he finna walk there.
Well, he didn't have it in the trunk. He shot 2 people with it. So.
Well, I mean, he traveled with the gun, with an AR. And
that wasn't even one of his charges.
Listen.
Yeah, that wasn't one of his charges.
Anytime I see AR in the news, I don't trust what comes after that, because I already understand that there is a concerted effort to remove those type of weapons out of population, because the same thing happened to a lot of communist countries prior to their downfall. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we got the right to bear arms, but they don't want to really be able to sustain and protect your position with that type of weaponry. They want you to have a 5-shooter, 6-shooter, something like that, and that's fine, because more people die from knife wounds, and drug use than an AR. See what I'm saying? But the push in the media is to ban those type of weapons for some reason. Now, that's a little bit of my theorist mind coming out, but I hold my position on it.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Julius Jones, man, is still sitting on the row, and apparently the governor still hasn't said anything. He's set to be executed Thursday. Okay, so he only got a day and a half, really. What are y'all thoughts on that? And I don't know if you can answer this, Mike, but why does it take so long for governors, man, to, like, it'd be the 11th hour, man. They'd be done strapped them into the chair and everything before you can get a call from a governor. Like, why does it take so long?
Yeah, I don't have no insight into that, bro. Yeah,
it's just
at their discretion, man. They playing God. They're playing God. Bottom line.
Right now, the family is camping out outside the governor's home, like, and they like, why are y'all here? And they like, well, we're gonna be here as long as it takes. We here to get some answers. So they probably sleeping in front of the house right now as we speak. I'm
gonna be honest, I don't know a whole lot about dude's case.
At the time of this recording,
I don't know a whole lot about dude's case, but I don't want him to die. I'm gonna put it like that. I don't want him to die just because he's a brother. I know if he guilty. I don't got to know if he innocent. I don't want him to die. I don't think man should have the authority to murder another man,
Right, because
legally or
you're
any
against
other
the death
way.
penalty altogether, right?
Yeah, I'm against it.
Yeah.
You
What do
know
you
what I
think,
mean? You
Steve?
ain't perfect. How you gonna decide if I live or die?
Right.
We all worthy of death. I mean,
Yeah.
if you looking at laws, statutes, and commandments,
Yeah.
we all
yeah,
worthy of it. But you don't get to decide if I live or die.
Yeah.
That's my position on that.
Let me ask you this, Mike. Kyle Rittenhouse, man, he killed 2 people, and he injured another one. But for some reason, they didn't pick him up until the next day. Do you think that was some kind of, I don't know, favoritism, or they just didn't do their job well?
Hell,
Or what?
it was favoritism when they let him walk down the fucking street with the gun after he shot 2 people. Shit.
Right. Yeah.
After he shot 2 people, they let him walk.
Yeah,
Walk around the
everybody's
street.
sitting there saying, "Hey, he just shot somebody."
Yeah.
He walked right past the fucking National Guard and police out there.
Yeah. You didn't know that, Black?
Nah, don't even worry about it, man. Don't even worry about it. They trying to cause some kind of they trying to break up. Man, look, this is it's order out of chaos. Order out of chaos. It's like create the chaos and then bring in the order. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is a formula. It's a blueprint. 2 different rappers talked about this. It's a blueprint, right?
Yeah.
It's like Cass is following his blueprint to the T, man. You know what I mean? It's the same old stuff.
Yeah,
now, if this dude don't see nothing less than life for murdering 2 people, because I've seen people do like 10 years on some weed charges. You know what I mean? Now, he murdered 2 people after traveling several states to get there with a weapon.
They're gonna claim self-defense, man.
Now, if he walked, I don't trust it. Like I said, anytime I see AR-15, I don't trust what come next, because I already understand or overstand that there's some sort of an agenda.
Yeah.
But that's me, though.
Hopefully the guys in the Ahmaud Arbrey case, man, have some justice. I have a little more confidence in that judge, and in that case, man, they just rested their case actually today, and that was clear cut. Come to find out, they were hunting him down because they thought he was stealing stuff, right?
No, that's an easy go-to.
But what I'm saying is, they asked the owner of the house that they thought they seen Ahmaud Arbery.
And what'd he say?
Nothing was missing.
Right.
Absolutely nothing was missing. Ain't nothing ever been missing. And they don't even know, the owners of that house don't even know why those guys went after him.
We know.
Yeah, we know. But that's the world we live in, man. We ran out of time, but thanks to the panel, man. But hopefully things will get cleared up. At the time of this recording, we're still waiting on Julius Jones' word, and hopefully he will get clemency. Sister B and Mark covered it. Now it's official. We'll talk to y'all soon. Hit the like, share, and subscribe. Peace.